What is going on, guys? Rajai Knight coming at you once again with another review. This time I'm doing something a little bit different. Normally when I do a review, I always review the big title games on PlayStation 4. But this time, I wanted to do a review on a game that I recently started playing and think that there are many other people out there that would really enjoy this. So, as you can see up here at the top, this is Illyriad. I am not sure if I am butchering that name, but I'm pretty sure I am. And this is an RTS game, or real-time strategy game for those of you who are not familiar. The main interface is, of course, just like any other real-time strategy game with your resource tiles and all your buildings inside and everything else. And, of course, you have your builds going at all times. Now, over here to the far right, there are two chat screens. One chat screen when you first start and two whenever you join an alliance. Just for the purposes of this review, I went ahead and got rid of those so that you guys won't be seeing what anybody else is saying. But yeah, so what sets this game apart, I guess, is the thing that a lot of you want to know. Let's start with one of the biggest problems with a real-time strategy game, and that is the paywall. For those of you who don't play real-time strategy games, or for those of you who just never really paid attention, whenever you play a real-time strategy game, there is a paywall. And if you want to get big, you can pay X amount of money to get X amount of packs to get big quickly and not have to worry. The problem is you're judged in the game based on how big your wallet or your bank account is and not your skill and knowledge of the game. And that is the big difference about this. If you want, you can spend money to buy prestige, which can be used to get a few different things. You can see you can complete your construction orders. You can use it to invite guests to your tavern, double current moving trade unit speed. You can boost your production levels and things like that. Or you can boost your attack and defense. That's it. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, that's just the same as anything else. And in a way, I would normally agree with you that being able to boost all these builds definitely gives you an advantage, and it does, but it's not going to help you dominate other players. And the reason for that is right here in the Research tab. Now, for those of you who are familiar with real-time strategy games, you know you can't do anything without research. And this is just one of the tabs of research. You can see I've already completed a vast majority of it, but that's just one tab. This is all one tab. You also have the diplomacy tab that you have to go into. Then you have the quests, and then magic, which magic has quite a few of them. Then you have, of course, your military, which is your fighting. This is where a lot of people first want to start out. They think that researching this is going to give them some kind of real boost. But all these little green ones here, I can't even research yet, because I have to upgrade my barracks before I can even begin researching. And you can see each of them takes 40 minutes to research. I can't boost that speed. So regardless of if I have the resources and my buildings are upgraded enough, I still have to wait that 40 minutes. And I have to get everything done before it as well. So for this one, which takes 3 days and 18 hours, in order to do that, I have to do all of these, which there's a 6-hour, a 12-hour, 1 day, 3 day, then 3 day, 18 hours. But just to get to this one, I first have to do this one for 2 hours. And then, of course, after that, you have your trade, which quite a few things up on that. Crafting, which can be used to craft your weapons and armor and things like that. Again, a lot of things go into crafting. I haven't even started crafting yet. I haven't unlocked any of it. And then you have your sovereignty, which I don't really use the sovereignty much, but again, there's a lot of research in that. So regardless of how much money you put into the game, you're going to have to spend a lot of time doing your research and building. And as you can see, there's a huge amount of depth in the game. There's what do you go for first? Are you worried about making sure that your city is situated like I am, making sure you can do the things with your city that you need to? Are you more worried about your diplomacy, your quest, magic, military, trade, crafting, sovereignty? There's a ton of different ways that you can play the game. It's definitely designed to make you think and plan a strategy, and no two cities would have the same strategy unless, of course, you go on it together. But this is just one of the many things I like about it. It's just the depth of the game. You really feel like you are in charge of the strategy. The other thing that I like about this game, and unfortunately I can't show it on here because I have agreed for the purposes of this review to take the chat down, but it's the community. For those of you who do play real-time strategy games, you know that when you first start out, you can't do anything. You can't defend yourself. All you can do is take the beating that is undoubtedly going to be bestowed upon you unless you want to spend a lot of money to be able to defend yourself. There is no noob bashing on this game. In fact, if you are just starting out, you're under your little protection rainbow like most RTS games give you. But even when that runs out, if you're still new to the game, you're still learning the game and everything, and somebody comes along and they start harassing you, they're constantly hitting your city for resources or anything else, all you have to do is put down in the chat that this person's been hitting you. Whether you're in an alliance or not, people will come and they will hit that person for you, and then they will send you the resources to help you recover so you can keep growing. If you come into the game and you need more wood to do a build, which when you first start off, you actually need a lot of resources because the builds don't take long. All you have to do is put in the chat that you need X amount, and you can hold this amount in your city, and you will get at least one person that will send you those resources. In fact, whenever I first mentioned that I just started the game, I ended up having 3 caravans sent to me by 3 different people, each of them arriving at different times. So I was able to get one, use all the resources from that, and just a few minutes later, the next one arrived. And I was able to use the resources from that, and so on and so forth. So the community is just amazing with this game. They really do try to help you and help you learn the game and figure it out. And they try to retain you because this is not one of those games where there's a lot of little kids that have a big chip on their shoulder and want to bully everybody. There are people in the game that like to bully. That's a given. But there are entire alliances dedicated to defending new players, and bully smashing is what they call it. So if you're getting bullied, if somebody's messing with you, all you gotta do is let people know. You can join an alliance if you want, though the game developers and even myself recommend that you wait at least a week. And this is more just to make sure that you are actually going to enjoy the game. Because how many times have you seen people, or even you yourselves, have started playing a game and lost interest in it after a week? If you are in a clan for Battlefield, Destiny, Call of Duty, anything like that, I guarantee if you've been there long enough, you've seen this yourself. Somebody will come in, they'll join for a week, they'll be there, they'll be awesome. You'll just start getting to know them, start liking them, start learning their play style, and then you never see them again. So definitely wait about a week, because real-time strategy games may not be your bag. And if they're not, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you do like RTS games, this is definitely one that you have to look at. I have never before seen an RTS game that did not require you to spend money in order to get big. This one, there are people that have been playing it for 2 years and are still growing, still building. One other aspect of this that I like is that you're not limited to just this city. You can also expand to other cities and other land areas that you can occupy to increase your resource production. Once you hit 450 population, you can choose to settle on another tile, and then you can start building a city there. And once you get your population up high enough there, you can, again, spread out. And you can end up with, I think it's 4 or 5 different cities, maybe more. I think the most I've seen anybody with is 4 or 5. But yeah, this game is awesome. I can't really give it a score. I know I usually give games a score and everything. I can't score this one just because if you're not into the RTS games, that score would mean nothing to you. If you are into RTS games, it's an RTS game, you're going to enjoy it. But this is a much more advanced RTS than anything I've ever played before, and much more advanced than anything you're going to find in the App Store right now for Windows. This game right now can be found in the Windows App Store, or you can actually do it on the browser. I will be putting a link in the description to the game if you decide you want to try it out on the browser. And of course, if you want to hit me up in the game, my in-game name is the same as my YouTube, Rajai Knight, and I am in DSA Clan, which is one of the training alliances. So if you do decide to start this game out and you stick with it, you decide you want to stick it out and play the game, by all means shoot us a message. And we take new players all the time. We help them learn the game. You can get a head start on everything. Plus, it gives you good resource help and everything else, so that you don't have to sit there and wait for your resources to build. So you can see by mine, I'm not having an issue right now because my builds are taking so long. I'm able to keep my resources up. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Just wanted to drop this quick review. If you guys like it, make sure you hit that like button, and do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. End review.